Oh. Hi guys. Hello everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome. Hey. Welcome everyone. Please let's come in, let's come in, let's come in. Today is going to be awesome. Let's come in, guys. How you doing? How is family? How is work? Hey, Esther, you're welcome. Thank you for tuning in, sis. God bless you. Thank you for coming. I can see some people already came earlier. Mercy Go TV, welcome. Welcome, everyone. How are you doing, Esther? We are having an amazing time in the house today. Yeah. We're going to have an amazing time. How is everything? How is work? Oh, praise God. So tell me, how is the light? How is my face from there? How is the background? Is that okay? How is the background? Is that okay? The lightning now. All right, so today we are here to talk about how to handle emotional trauma, especially for women in homes. We all know how emotional things can get sometimes, and to an extent that someone can get traumatized. And from that, if not well handled, anything can happen. So we have a beautiful host with us in the house today. And thank you. She's going to be helping us as we do justice to that on how to handle emotional trauma. So, without wasting much of our time, you all join me as we make welcome Wendo, also known as Wendo Space. That's her YouTube channel. If you don't have her, please, you can go on and grab her. Wendo Space. That's her YouTube channel. She has great content that you will love. A wonderful woman, full of energy, and she's doing a great job. So if you want something that will help you as a woman, simple makeups, how to take care of yourself, how to handle emotions, anything that has to do with you all around, take care of your body. After children, she is well equipped. So please join me as we make welcome Wendo Space to Peel Off TV. Yay, she's here. Hi, sis. Good evening.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Good evening.
Good
It's nice to
evening.
be here. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good evening. It's
You
nice to
you
be
you
here.
look
Thank you
so
so much for
cool.
having me.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you. You
you.
look
I'm so
so
tired. Like,
amazing. As
oh,
always.
thank you,
As
sis.
always.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
don't
Thank you.
disappoint.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You
Thank
look
you, sis.
super,
Thank
super
you.
amazing, super, super beautiful.
I really
All
appreciate.
right, guys. Okay, we have some person in the house. Yeah, Tina is here. Mercy Gold is here. Esther is here. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for joining. Thank you so much. And so we have most of us know this is our window space that we know. the one and only Windows Space on YouTube channel, YouTube Street, YT Street.
I saw somebody else that is
She's
called
live here
Wendy's
with us
Face. So
today.
I saw someone else that is called Wendy's Face. I said,
Really?
okay. Yeah.
Is,
She
is that
just
face
took off the
original?
S and
Is that
put
face
Y.
original?
I don't know.
Now only you will
I
know.
don't know for her. I don't know. I
Oh,
don't know for her. But I'm
we
not
only
bothered.
know
So.
Windows Space that is right here on Pillow TV. Oh,
Oh.
the Esther Chronicles in the house. Oh.
Hi, Esther
Sis, you're
Chronicle.
welcome.
Hi, Esther.
Hi.
Good evening, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, this is going to
Yeah,
be a very heartfelt
thank you so
LS.
much.
So just feel free, relax, get your
Yes,
popcorn,
yes.
get your wine, get your tea. I've got
Mm-hmm.
my tea here,
Cup of tea. Mm-hmm.
cup of tea,
Mm.
and let's just sit
Just,
down and
just relax.
just wind down. Let's
Gist.
just relax. Gist, oh,
Yeah,
gist,
thank you
gist,
so much.
gist, gist.
Thank you
You're
for
welcome. You're
coming.
welcome, my dear. You're welcome.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. So
So,
we have few questions for our guest today. But if you have your question, you can drop it on the comment section. We will get across to it. So for now, since we have some questions we want to ask you, but before then, do you mind introducing yourself? Maybe we have people that are outside of YT Street who may not know you. Do you mind introducing
oh,
yourself?
yeah, sure, sure. My name is Wendell. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber as well that's based in the beautiful city of Zurich. I'm a mom of four beautiful children. They are my world. And in life, I've been through my own share of pain and sadness and a lot of things. Growing up back home, a lot of us, we saw a lot of things that happened in the family with our neighbors. Coming abroad, you might have experienced, which I believe every woman out there has experienced something. If you haven't experienced, you know somebody that has experienced something. Yes, so I make content around Switzerland, motherhood, womanhood, how to take care of yourself. Because one thing women forget to do is taking care of themselves once they become wives or mothers. We tend to just forget ourselves, to be honest. So that's one thing I do in my channel. I like to encourage other women. I'm a very happy and bubbly person. It takes a lot to really bring me down. So I'm a one man army, if I may say so. So
Oh
that's
my
just it about
God. Oh
myself.
my God. One
Yeah,
man army.
one man army. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And all of those came from experience, and I'm sure of that. Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
today, we have questions that has to is revolving around the emotional trauma. That's the question we have today: how to handle emotional trauma. We know a lot of situations that we are facing in life now, especially even in marriage. Relationship with people and the society and all that. But today we'll be basing on women. We want you to help us how, I don't know if I should ask what is emotional trauma first, if that would be right, and then how do you handle emotional trauma, please?
Yeah, I think trauma comes in different form. Trauma is something that you
Yeah.
really experience as a person that you have. Sometimes you don't even have control of it. You can't really explain it. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. And trauma comes in form of different methods. It might be psychological trauma, it might be emotional, it might be physical, it might be financial, it might be, there's a lot of classifications of trauma. And I think women are getting the really brunt of it. We're getting really the brunt of all these traumas, to be honest. So discussing it and helping other women or other mothers out there, not necessarily mothers, but other women would be really
Mm,
amazing.
mm. So now I want to know, how do you handle this? How do you handle this emotional trauma? Um, if one gets to find him or herself in it, how do you handle it?
One second.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
guys.
sorry, the
So,
little one just woke up.
okay.
Yeah, how do you handle trauma? The first thing most people don't realize is, I think, if we're honest to ourselves, sometimes when you're going through that trauma, you yourself, you don't even know you're going through it. It takes you
Mm,
time to be able to realize what you're actually going through. One second. Sorry.
Guys, just chill for us, okay? We have babies and it's their sleeping time, so we are tending to the babies. Please bear with us, everyone. Just be patient.
Yeah, so
It's
as
all
I was
right.
saying, a lot of people go through trauma without even realizing it. It takes a lot for you to know or to give it a name. Sometimes you give excuses for trauma. And coming from an African
Mm-hmm.
culture where we see it as a crime to talk about it, it is really what.
Mm. Okay, guys. So we are talking about emotional trauma today. Esther Chronicles, thank you so much. She said, like and shared you out. Thank you so much, guys. Please like and share out if you can. Share out the stream if you can. If you've not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. God bless you so much, everyone. Our host, our guest is right back. She has a baby and the baby just woke up. So please, you guys, bear with us, bear with us, bear with us. God bless you all. Please stay with us. Emotional trauma is something that is eating deep in the life of so many people, and most times you don't know how to handle it. So today, we're going to learn something that will help you out. Sorry, our
Yeah,
guest.
so,
So God bless you.
okay. Yeah, so as I was saying, a lot of people go through trauma that sometimes you don't even realize what you're going through till you begin to speak to to other people. And the thing with our community is we come from a community where they tell you you don't have to discuss your issue with anybody. You believe that you can just pray about it and everything will go away. But to be honest, it's not everything you pray about and it goes away. There are some things you need to seek solution for. You need to speak to somebody. If you think you're not okay, it's okay for you to look for someone to speak to the person. Let the person help, like tell you that what you're going through, it's not okay. And which is the sad thing that most women go through. You just want to deal with it, you just want to handle it. It kills you, it eats you up, it destroys you. Emotional trauma is like a ticking time bomb that when it explodes, some people cannot handle it. So that's, I think, by my own thing for handling emotional trauma is you have to talk about it. You have to speak to somebody. You have to talk about it. Don't say it's not happening to me or I don't feel it, I don't know it. It's a lie. When you speak to somebody, you would definitely hear another side. There are always two sides to a story. So when you speak to somebody, the person might tell you, oh, this is what you're going through. It's not normal. Is it okay for you? Do you like it? So that's my point, really.
Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness, having trouble connecting internet. This is often caused by an.
Hello, guys. Sorry, I think the host network just went bad. She's going to be back soon. So let's just stay. Let's just. Hello, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please, let's give the host few minutes. She's going to be right.
Hello, guys. So sorry. So sorry for the. This should be internet issue. Sorry. Hello, sis. Can you hear me now? This is so embarrassing. Taking me out and in. Hello.
Yes,
Can
yes,
you hear
yes.
now? Okay, there. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Sorry about that. All right, guys. So I'm so sorry about that. We have Marima Soko is here. Thank you so much. Zizi Motivation. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Wisdom TV Nigeria. Wow, so great to see you all here. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Thanks for the thumbs up. Please share us out if you can. She said emotional trauma has killed a lot of ladies. Some people keep silent on something that is very important in life. This is it. This is it. Some people keep quiet on things that are very important in life. Honestly, some people have already gone because of this. But today we're going to learn something that will help us. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sorry about the break. So sorry about that. It was internet issue, and our guest baby is up. As you can see, she's busy with her baby. So please, let's bear. Let's bear. How you doing, everyone? Please, if you have your own answers or questions, please go ahead and put in the comment section. In the comment section here, yeah. Just go ahead. As a medical doctor, I know much on this topic. Wow, Wisdom TV, please go ahead and share. We'd like to hear from you. You can type it down there. Really, we need to talk about this. We need to bring solutions to how to handle these emotional issues, because it has taken a lot on people. Esther Chronicles, blessings, my lovely sister. Okay. Share what you know, please. It will help a lot of us. God bless you all. When are you ready? I should drop link. Okay. The
Yes,
link
you
to
can.
join. Link
Yes.
to join.
Yeah, a lot of
Okay.
women, a lot of people have died. Like if you see what's happening in the world today, a lot of women have
Mm,
died because of emotional trauma. You try
mm,
to pretend, you try to cover it up, it kills you. Who
mm,
is gonna, like, for me, it's sad for mothers. Who is gonna take care of your children? Nobody can
mm,
take care of your children like you do. Nobody can love your
mm,
child like you do. If you're
mm,
in a very, very sad, abusive environment where your
mm,
emotions are being destroyed, where your self-esteem is being destroyed, walking
mm,
away and taking care of your children is the best option for you. There is no two ways about it. There is no
mm,
two ways about it, because you staying there, what most women don't know is you're actually destroying those children. You're
mm,
destroying the emotional state of your children. You're not helping them, and staying in an emotionally destroyed or distressed place for the sake of your children. You don't love those children. You don't.
mm,
And a lot of women, like sometimes I go to Facebook, I go to Instagram, you see women, like I saw one last week, a woman that was killed by her husband. She was pregnant for her third baby. He beat her
goodness.
till
Oh
she
my
died.
goodness.
Is it that is the first time it has
Mm,
happened? No, it's not the first time it has happened. But
mm-hmm.
most people stay there because what are people going to say? But you don't
Say,
realize that even when you're dead, people are still going to talk.
talk.
Even when you're 6 feet, the person's corpse hasn't even rested, people are
Mm,
still going to
mm,
talk. So why
yeah.
do women stay in an abusive relationship or in an abusive situation? Because of what people are going to say. Are you living your life through the
Mm-hmm,
eyes of other people?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
At the end of the
mm-hmm,
day, the person that is going to judge you, which is God, is going to question you, Wendell, as an entity, as a person. He's not questioning you with your
mm,
children. He's not
mm,
questioning you with your parents. He's not questioning you with your spouse.
mm,
So why don't you live your life and be accountable to one person who is God?
mm.
So that's really,
Wisdom TV says, the Bible says you can separate and be alive. That is
yes,
it.
yes,
You
yes,
can
you can,
separate and be alive.
yeah.
I actually invited a lady to this live chat. I hope she's here watching or will come back. The light can be turned. You know, uh, um, she's going through a lot. See the way she's going through a lot,
Yeah, I'm reading.
and
Someone says someone we should be outspoken. The society, let's be honest, the African culture. Okay, like now women are speaking out, but our African culture does not support
yeah,
separation or divorce. They prefer you died there. Yes, you died in the marriage. Yes, yeah, it's better that you die there because you want a name for yourself. Oh, she's the wife of this
mm,
person. Or like, men goes through emotional abuse as well, but I
sure,
think the
sure.
percentage of women going through it is higher.
Mm,
So I just don't understand what's happening. But if you see somebody that is going through emotional trauma, please, please, please be a helping hand to that person. Be a listening ear. Don't judge the person. You don't know the story of that
definitely.
person. Don't judge the person. You can only judge someone when you have actually walked through their shoes. If you haven't, because and the sad thing is most
Mm,
people are
mm,
judged by women, fellow women. bringing other women down. It's not even the
That
men.
is it.
It's
That is
sad
it.
when you
That
see
is it.
women
That is
bringing
it.
other women down. That's even the painful part for me. When you see
That
other
is
women
it.
sitting down and saying, "Oh,
That is
look
it.
at her. She can't even keep a man. She can't do this. It's her fault." It's nobody's fault that the person was abused. It's nobody's fault that
Mm,
the
mm,
person, it's nobody's fault that the person was belittled by somebody the person think the person's love. It's not the person's fault. So don't make
mm,
people
mm,
feel guilty that they don't feel comfortable coming to you to speak. Because tomorrow it might be you,
mm-hmm.
tomorrow it might be your sister, tomorrow it
Yes,
might be your
yes,
child. So
yes,
why don't you
yes,
help another
yes.
woman fix her crown? Why don't you see another woman's wig
Mm,
falling off and you help her adjust it other than sit down to talk shit about that person? Because
mm,
karma is a bitch. It's going to come back to
mm,
haunt you. So women, we need to stand up for other women. If you notice a sister, it's okay for you to ask, then let the person don't respond. Are you okay? Do you need help? Are you sure you're okay? Can I help you with the kids, even if it's once a day, once a week, or once a month? Can we go have a coffee? The person might decide to open up to you. Trust me, a lot of people, especially with this coronavirus thing, that many people have been locked up in the house, a lot of
it's true.
women have been battered.
It's
A
true.
lot of women have been battered.
It's
A
true.
lot of women have died. A lot of mothers, children have lost their mothers. A lot of
True.
children have
True.
been orphaned.
True.
So let's don't
True.
pretend that you don't see it. You don't know somebody it's happening to.
True.
Let's don't pretend because these young children are suffering. Women are suffering. Some don't even have a voice. Your voice is
Tell
taken
you.
away from you. Your rights, your dignity, everything. You
That
lose
is
it.
it. That is it. That is it.
Everything.
That is
Then
it.
you sit down and talk about that person. Oh, look at her hair. She can't make her hair. Can you offer her? Oh, can you come? Let me just give you a treat. Oh, let's go out for a coffee. Oh, let's go out for a walk. Did you do that? Don't sit to castigate another woman. It's not worth it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is it. That is it. A lot of things are happening, but we'll get to that again. The next question says, does emotional trauma impose any effect on our physical being? Does emotional trauma impose any effect?
Yes, it does. It does a lot because when you're not
Okay.
sound up here, every other thing around you is
Mm,
not going to function.
cannot be.
You're down. You wake up in the morning. You're sad. You can't even take care of
Mm,
yourself. You can't even take
mm,
care of your family. You can't even take care of your kids. When you can't function if you're going through emotional. No matter how strong you think you are, yes, you might think you're
you are.
strong, but what that somehow you go to bed, you wake up in the morning, your eyes are swollen. It damages your
Mm-hmm.
mental health. It damages you as a human being. You begin to lose your self-worth. If you're somebody
Mm,
that used to be very confident and you find yourself in an abusive relationship or situation, it damages your self-worth, your self-esteem. It damages your mind. You look
mm-hmm.
at yourself like you look at yourself like you're looking at somebody else.
Mm.
So it's not good for anybody. It's not
It's
good for
not good
anybody.
at all. It's not
It's
good
not
at
even
all.
good for anybody.
Ah, it damages and it shows you can see it on the person when someone is going through the person is just like a shadow of himself.
Yeah.
You know, this same person I'm talking about now, because I'm still working on that, is a case that I'm still talking to her, and I know she's going to watch this. This is not the real her. She just all of a sudden changed, became so irritable, became so loses self-esteem, feels that she is not worth it. She feels that what is life for? Let me end it. What am I living? Especially when is a spouse. Let me take for instance, a man is maltreating the wife and he uses words. Some people use mouth to abuse their wives, emotional.
One second.
Yeah. Mm?
Yeah, and
Sorry.
the one that kills is the words. You can't take back your words.
Yeah, that is it.
I say to people when you talk, there are angels that pass that say amen to those things you
Hey,
utter from
hey,
your words. When you hit somebody, I don't believe in hitting somebody, but when you hit somebody, the scar might go away. The person might remember the scars, might see the scar and not actually remember how it happened. But you see, your words are powers. Your words, God that created the tongue is a very powerful weapon that you need to chew your words. Chew it, taste it. How does it feel? How does it taste? Before you give it before you give it out to somebody else. To you, you might just say it carelessly, but words that you say to somebody, it kills your soul, it kills your body, it kills your mind. And when it's coming from a spouse, is even the painful part of it. You're thinking to yourself, this was somebody I loved. This was somebody I lay down on the bed with. This was somebody I shared my body with. So I don't think any woman deserves to take a verbal abuse from anybody. And the thing, most times you take it out on your children unconsciously.
Yes.
Unconsciously.
Unconsciously, really.
Unconsciously, you're not aware of it.
What part of it?
You just
that is it.
play out.
That is it. That is it. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Hello, guys. Welcome. Some people that just joined us now. Thank you all for coming. Okay, somebody says, hi, come from your interview with Yasa. Thank you so much. Ashrif, thank you for joining. God bless you. Bunny goes, okay, when they're looking beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you for coming. Please, if you've not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Thumbs up, and the Lord will bless you for that. Thank you so much, Wendell, for that. Yeah, our words are very, very, we must use our words very carefully, because the things we say, we cannot take them back again. We can't take them back again. There's a story someone shared with me before. It says, when you say a word, when you do something, you can easily say you're sorry, but when you speak a word, just like it sticks, it stays there. Even if the person say I forgive another, but that, especially when it's something that has to do with insulting or letting down someone's self-esteem, making the person look so useless and whatever, it's very, very wrong. Even in our relationship with others, not just only a spouse, we must be careful how we use words. We must be careful, because you don't know what the person is dealing with. You don't know how the person handles emotions like that. So the next question we have says, how important is it to forget and do away with the memories or events of the trauma? How important is it? Something made someone traumatized. How important is it to let go of this or do away with it quickly? Is it important?
I don't think it's you don't have to forget it. It's your story.
Yeah, you can't forget. No.
You can't forget it. It's your story.
Yeah,
but you have to forgive. And I did a video about forgiveness where I shared the 3 parts of forgiveness for me. And the first thing, that one of the topic I discussed in that video, if you haven't seen that video, please, you can watch the video. I talked about when you go through, and let me use spouse, for example. You have to, first of all, because you give the person the right to use those words on you. Because the first time it happened, if you defended yourself, the person will not come back to try you. That goes to bullies. Like in schools, when you see kids that are bullied, when a child comes to bully another child and the child defends his self, the bully will not come back to bully that person. But when somebody bullies you and you are scared, maybe the person shouts at you and you're scared, you go into your shell. The person takes you as a prey. The person is going to come back to do it the next time. So you need to forgive yourself for giving the person the privilege to abuse you or to bully you. That's the first step. Because you gave the person the privilege. To be honest, you did give the person the privilege to do that. When you forgive that person, you don't have to forget it. It's your story. You have to wear it with grace. But how you decide to dress that dress is what matters. Because if you decide to clothe it in black, then that's your problem. But if you decide to say, okay, my dress is red, but I'm going to clothe my pain with a lot of paint, Give it a very beautiful color. Use it to empower other people. It's your story, it's your crown, it's your clothes, it's your pain. Wear it with dignity. You can't take it away, you can't wash it off. So when you forgive yourself, you forgive the action that was done to you. You have to forgive the person.
Yeah.
Because when you don't forgive the person, you see the person, you hear the person's voice, you begin to tremble.
That is
You're
it.
holding yourself to hostage. Let the person go. It's
Mm.
okay for you if you want to bring that person back into your space or no.
Mm.
But forgetting,
Mm.
I don't advise people to forget. Don't forget. You can't forget your wedding dress. No, 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 no. You know how your wedding dress suited you. If you want to mend it and wear it again,
Yeah,
you take it
sure.
to the tailor. You take it to the tailor will mend it for you. So use your story to empower other people. Use your story to empower yourself. That thing that was said to you that you cannot do or you cannot be, why don't you take the bull by the horn and say, this person said I can't do this. I'm going to prove you wrong.
Mm.
I'm going to prove you wrong. You said this. I am going to use this word that you said against me. I'm going to throw it back at you. You make something out of it.
Out of it. Out of it. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's it. You have to make something. When they give you lemon, you have to make lemonade. You don't throw the lemon or let it rot. No, 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 no. You have to make something out of it.
Yeah, really, really. Then just like when you're talking, you said something about you have to forgive. You cannot forget. It's not possible to forget. We are human beings.
Mm.
I
Yep.
read something today. It says life becomes easier when you learn to accept an apology that was not given to you, that you were never given, that you never received. Someone that is in a traumatized station like this, it's better you walk away. That's what I asked that question. How important is it to fight hard to do away with the events or the memories of the trauma? If it's a relationship, you have to walk away from it. Walk away from it.
Take
You know,
yourself out of the
so
situation.
take
It's not
yourself
going to
out of
kill
it.
you.
Yeah, you don't have to wait for the person to. I did a video. I had a live chat. The last live chat I had with a lady also was on forgiveness in marriage. Forgiveness in marriage. You don't have to wait. Some people tell you they will not go because this person has not apologized or this person is not yet sorry. They will stay there. They want to die. Move away. In fact, apologize to yourself. Tell yourself sorry. If it means that you feel you married wrongly, tell yourself sorry for marrying the wrong person or whatever, and then go away. You don't have to stay there and die, all in the name of I wasn't apologized to, and I don't know, whatever. But please, today, women especially, I know men are also being emotionally traumatized and all that, but we women especially, please, 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 let's sit up. Let's learn the best we can learn for ourselves and save our lives. Because this issue of a woman being killed by the husband, beating, and all that is getting too much. It's getting way, way too much in the world now. It's getting way too much. So please, let's help ourselves. Don't stay in a relationship and get yourself killed before you know you have to sit up and walk away. So the next question says, does trauma change a person? If yes, what is the solution? Does trauma change someone?
Yes, trauma changes you because
Mm.
I would say, for instance, if you're somebody that have never experienced a traumatic situation before, or you haven't been in a situation like that before, when you go through it,
Mm.
whether you like it or not, you're going to come out a weak person or a strong person.
Mm.
There are two ways to it. Either you could, that's why you see people going into depression. So there are
Yeah.
two ways to it. Either you come out a wreck or you come out with your head held high.
Hi.
It's either you use your traumatic experience as a
Mhm.
story, or you decide to say, okay, this person said this, I believe it. Yes, you said I'm
Mm.
stupid, I believe it. I wear it, yes, I believe it. Or you choose to say, okay, this person said this about me. I am gonna I am going to change the narrative. I am going to change the story. What you said about me, I am not going to internalize it. I am not going to accept it as part of who I am. I'm going to choose to make something out of that situation. I'm going to choose to empower myself because maybe I was powerless. Let's don't get it twisted. A lot of powerful women go through domestic abuse and emotional abuse as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not just, don't look at it like you're weak or something. No, 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 no. Even the strong people go through
Mm-hmm.
it. But what matters is after that situation, what do you do with your life? What do you, so what next?
Mm-hmm. That is it. What next?
Yeah.
What next? That is it. That is it. Wow. So, like I guess I said, I had an interview with someone. That's just the last video on my channel before this, and we dealt on. He spent 15 years in prison. This is someone who went to the United States for his PhD program. But at the end of the day, he spent 15 years in prison. So while we are talking, I wanted to find out. I know it's a traumatizing situation. What happened is something that is so traumatizing. And I wanted to find out how he was able to cope with this, because what happened is not something that anybody should just see like that. And but you see, like you said, he made something out of it. He didn't allow himself to be depressed or, you know, stay put on. Okay, Esther said the rich also cry. Yes, that is it. The rich also cry. You know, he didn't allow himself to be weighed down by that. He got up again, dusted himself, and he's doing well now. Yeah. Does trauma change someone? Does it affect people? Yes, it does. Mentally and physically, it does. When you see somebody who has gone through trauma in life, you will know that this person, even the way they reason, the way they relate to people, the way they talk. But now we're learning today to make the best out of it. It can affect you all around, but it's left for you to choose to make something positive out of it. It's left for you to choose to become better, not just sit and watch yourself. So now I want to ask you a question. I don't know, you're muted. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
I want to
can.
ask
I
you
can
a
hear you.
question.
I can hear you.
Okay. You see, there's a lady I heard that just died. Sorry, who is this? African Princess Ramsey. Oh, thank you so much, Victoria. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Keleti TV, thank you, sis, for coming. This lady had issues with being abused and all that. But you see what happens most times when it comes to women. This issue of my children, my children, my children. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I know that this my friend will be in this live chat. If she's not here, I'm going to call her to and watch it because I told her to be here. And what is keeping her still is still my children. Is still my children. Again, some people don't have a mind of their own. I'm sorry to say that is what the society has put us into. I myself, I came out from a relationship that didn't work. That was before my husband came. And I knew I was not supposed to be there, but the fear of what will people say, people will talk, people will do this, people will do that. And the fear of it, maybe even most times, even family members that they're even scared of. Sometimes parents could be parents, sometimes could be, I don't know. What advice do you have for such people? Because we see a lot of women are dying out of this thing of what will people say? What of my children? Please, want to hear from you.
I wouldn't advise any woman to stay in an abusive relationship or situation because of their children. Because those
Mm-hmm.
children are watching you. That is the environment you're raising your children. Those children are seeing that, God forbid, if they start going through that tomorrow, you don't have any right to come to correct them. You don't have any right to come and tell them you need to leave. You don't have any right to tell them what to do. Because, excuse me, you're the mother and you were their role model. And that is what you show them. You show them that it's okay for a man to spit on your face and you stay there and lick it and say, thank you, sir. You show them that it's okay for a woman to do certain things and or somebody does certain things to you and you don't say anything. You don't say because of your children, because those children will grow up to resent you. We live in the West here where it's generally maybe just you and your family, you and your children and your husband.
Yeah.
So there's no outside influence that is apart from the school and the friends outside. So if it was back in Nigeria, you can say, okay, you're going to send the kids to your family or all those stuff. But here you are with that children. That environment is suffocating those voiceless children. And you saying you're staying in an abusive relationship because of your children. Those children will not forgive you. You're destroying them. You're destroying yourself. Most people stay because of what are people gonna say. And I still repeat myself, even when your dead die, every die and I die. Even when you're dead, that people are going to say, see that idiot. The last time I saw her with his swollen eyes, now she's dead. Why did she not walk away? You see, like I watched Diane Ekweme's video where she was saying, she went through domestic, an abusive, she grew up in an abusive home as well. And she said it got to a stage where they were telling their mom, Mommy, you need to leave. Don't stay because of us. Don't stay because of us. They were begging their mom to leave till it got to the stage where their mom decided to leave. It's not okay for the children. So don't give excuse. You're giving excuse because you're lazy and you don't, excuse me, you don't know what to do with yourself because you've painted your world around this situation. Sometimes you become very comfortable with it, and most people are scared of the unknown. But the only thing that is constant is in life is change.
Yeah.
Be prepared to deal with whatever life throws at you at the end of the day. You might walk away and life might become good for you. You might walk away and life might become bad for you. But there's always two ways. But you have to be the one to make the move. Nobody's going to tell you, oh, peel off, you need to leave. Oh, in this space, you need to leave. No, no, no. You have to make that decision yourself. And you need to make the decision putting your children first and foremost. Don't stay there because of your children.
Yeah.
Psychologically, emotionally, you're destroying your children. And those children will never forgive you for it. So I don't advise any woman or any person, any man, any woman that is in a situation, you're in a place where it's not, it's like going to an office. When you go to your office every day, your boss call you name and do this. In the morning when you want to go to that office, you're miserable. You don't want to work there again. You start looking for a job. Why don't you stay there? Why are you looking for a job somewhere else? That's the same thing with life. So why are you there? Why don't you seek another? There's always two ways, and you are the one as the woman that has the right. You have the key to your life to make it good or make it bad. But you need to move away from your comfort zone because your comfort zone is causing you so much pain. You need to change. Change is constant. Change for good, change for bad. You have to take whichever change it is. Be alive for your children. Be alive for your children. Nobody can raise your children like you are going to do. No woman can love your child like you that gave birth to that child through your VJJ. So stand up for your child.
Now, someone may want to ask, some people are not outspoken. Everybody is saying speak out, and there's some things that you may not really, I don't know, the world we live in now, you can't trust everybody 100%. There's some persons that you will discuss your pains with, and tomorrow they use it against you. Someone may be so careful. So now I want to ask, is it possible to go through emotional trauma without having to discuss with people, like talk, handle it on your own? Is it not possible?
No,
Not
no.
possible.
You can't do it on your own because it's going to kill you. You're going to explode one day. There's no way that in this world, even if you can't speak to anybody, go to your church. Look for an elderly lady there and speak to the person. Look for somebody you don't know. If you think everybody you know is going to, look for somebody you don't know. Go to a bus stop and sit there. When you see an elderly lady that comes, just say hi. Go to the park. Go out. Take air. You will see somebody there. You will just open your mouth to speak and you see that the person is going through the same situation. That's why the person is sitting there just to chill out. But speaking out, you have to speak out. Because you can't be an island. You can't do it on your own. You can't do it on your own. It's going to kill you. Because anger is like cancer. You keep it inside, The day it will, maybe by the time you realize it has gotten to stage 5,
That is
when
it.
you can do nothing, then they
That
put
is
you
it.
on medications. You start suffering from all the sickness, everything. Speaking out is the best. Even if people might turn out to use it against you tomorrow, but it's better that they said, yeah, she spoke out than, oh, she died. Nobody knows why she died.
Why she died.
Nobody knows. So you can't do it on your own. I'm not of the opinion that you can do it on your own.
You
There
just
are people that are trained. It's the same thing I say. If your car is faulty, why do you bring your car to the mechanic? Why don't you fix it yourself?
yeah,
If
yeah,
you're sick, why don't you go to your kitchen and mix medication? Why do you take yourself to the hospital for the doctor to give you
yeah.
medication? So if you're going through emotional abuse or emotional trauma, there are psychologists, there are people that is their job. That is what they read in school. They will advise you, they will guide you, they will help you. But keeping it inside, that's the worst mistake you can do to yourself.
That is it. Thank you so much for that. You have to speak out and move out, seek for help, get therapy that you need, and move on. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for coming. Victoria says, my host, let me block your background. I'm still pained about this kind of sensitive topic. That was exactly what I was addressing in my LS. It's a very sensitive topic. I know that, very sensitive, because that's
But
what
we need
most
to
people
talk
are going
about
through
it
now.
to help
Yeah, we talk
somebody.
about it. Yes. And we hear people commit suicide. That is it. Some people kill themselves because that's why I'm asking if it's possible to deal with this without speaking out. Some people end up,
No.
say jumping into the lagoon, jumping from the bridge, taking drug and so many other things. People take their lives. I know it's out of is a traumatizing issue that was not well handled. So today we are learning how to handle this in a positive way. And like our guest has said, you have to make the best out of that situation. Don't let it get over. Don't let it end you. Don't let it be your end. No, make the best out of that traumatizing situation. Move out. If you feel talking to people is, I took advice from what she just said now, talk to strangers, talk to anybody, you know. And you know what, again, another thing I've discovered about this issue of coming out of traumatizing situations is that at the end of the day, you find out that you become strong and that becomes your strength. It becomes your strength, your point that you go. I don't know what I should call it, your ministry. It becomes your ministry. I knew then
Yes,
when
some
that
people
relationship
some people
ended,
still
one of
come
the
out
days
of
I was
it.
traveling. Yeah, yeah.
Some people come out of it strong, some people come
I,
out of
I
it broken. It's not everybody that comes out of it strong. Some people come out of it broken.
right. You're right.
Very, very
You're
broken.
right.
Very,
It's,
very
it's,
broken.
yeah, yeah,
It's a
yeah.
decision you
And
have
also
to
it
make.
depends on, thank you. And it depends on when you also come out of it. If somebody stays to the point that they are battered to the point that they feel this is the end, is when they come out broken. But being strong, and like the person I interviewed last time said, he said, have confidence in yourself. Even if this person feels or they feel that without them your life is ending, without them you are like you are nobody, without them you are nothing can ever happen again for you. But you know who you are in yourself. You keep saying it to yourself. You come out strong. Pick up those broken pieces, let those words go. It's just their words. You know who you are, and you are moving on. I know that, like I was saying, it becomes some people when they come out of this drug, it becomes their ministry. I remember then that each person I met that time, each young lady I met then was a lady that was in a relationship that was not worth it or just broke up. And I'm like, please let it go, move on. I started using myself for example, and it was so fun. I don't know, but so today we are here to help each other. Thank you so much, guests. We really appreciate you for this. Thank you for making out your time. I don't know if somebody from the audience has any question you want to ask before we conclude. You have any question? You can go ahead and ask your question. Esther Chronicle, we've not had you say anything here. Esther, we've not had you. I shared the link. We've not had you say anything here. You have something to say. You have a question to ask. You are free to do so now. All right. So, Wendo, want to ask from you what advice you have for anyone who isn't in any abusive relationship, how to take care of themselves and be on guard, and also if anyone is in it, what steps they need to take and get out stronger. That is your last advice to our audience. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my advice is anybody that is in an abusive relationship, you're not the only one going through it. The thousand of one women, don't go to Facebook and Instagram and deceive yourself. You look at people flaunting their fake life. Everybody is going through what everybody has got their own demon they are dealing with. It's not perfect. It's not perfect for everybody. You're not the only one going through that situation. Don't look at it like, why me? God, why me? Why did I do this? Why did I deserve it? If not you, who? God cannot give you what you cannot handle. He knows that you can deal with it. He knows you can handle it. God is not wicked in you. Don't ask God, God, why are you wicked in me? Am I not your child? No, 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 no. He's just there watching you. He is going to guide you. You just have to seek his face. You just have to humble yourself and say, God, you know what? I can't do this alone. I just need your grace. I need your strength. Can you send me helpers? Can you raise men and women that are going to be role models for me to guide me in this journey or this other phase of my life? You're not alone. Trust me, you're not alone. Don't be sad about it. It's not your fault that you find yourself in that situation. Before you were created, God knew who you were going to be. He knows his plan for you. Sometimes as humans, we try to alter that plan of God. And to be honest, most people in an abusive or traumatic relationship, you saw it before you went in. Tell yourself the truth. You saw the sign. You saw the sign before you went in there. But maybe in your head, you believe, oh, it's going to change. Oh, this person loves me. I can change the person. Oh, this person needs help. Really? So you have to take care of you first before you try to take care of that person. Let the person sink. Save yourself. If you have children, save your children. Let the person sink. You're not the person's savior. Let Jesus save that person. Jesus died on the cross. So don't die again for that person. And if you're not going through any traumatic experience, why don't you be a helping hand to somebody that is in that situation? Why don't you be your sister's keeper? Why don't you help guide the person? Why don't you help direct the person? It might not be you. You may not be the one going through. You don't know what might happen tomorrow. You don't know what might happen to your child, your sister, your brother. So why don't you help another woman? To be honest, why don't you? Don't put another woman down. Don't put a sister down. Be your sister keeper. So if it's good for you today, help the other person. And one thing I'm going to leave is don't give somebody fish, teach somebody how to fish. So if you see somebody going through something, do not say, okay, I have 1 naira, let me give you. No, 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 no. Teach that person how to make that 1 naira so that that person can take care of their children. So that that person don't keep coming to you to say, oh, when this place, can you give me money? Give me money. No, no, no. When this place, I am going to teach you how to make this money so that you don't come back to keep. Like most people, they prefer you coming to say, oh, thank you. They give you, oh, when this place give me something, thank you, thank you, thank you. No, 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 no. Let me teach you how to make it yourself. So you have, if I teach you, teach somebody else. Let's help. But giving somebody fish every time or help it every time, because our African culture, maybe most people believe if I show her the way now, she might be better than I am. No.
Thank you.
No. No.
That is it. That is it.
If I show her the way, if I show her the way, she's going to be better than me. No. Show the person the way.
Wrong.
Keep doing what you're doing.
That is it. That's a positive attitude. Yes. Thank you so much for that.
Esther.
We have Esther in the house. Hi, Esther,
Hello.
welcome.
Hi, how are you? Good
We are good. Good to have you here,
evening.
sis.
Can you hear
Thank
me?
you for joining us. Yes, we can hear you.
Awesome conversation.
Thank you, sis. Thank you.
Amazing discussion. Yeah, you guys have spoken well. I think the angle I will come in from is that I think we need to take it down to our children. Let's agree that women are going through traumatic experiences. A lot of people are going through stuff in their marriage. Okay, we have missed it in our way, but God is helping us or helping women to catch up. But with our children now, I think we need to bring it down to the fact that the happiness should come from you and from God. Like people miss it when they go into marriage. And that's why we have all the domestic violence and a lot of things, like 60% of a lot of things happening. Because you see an individual, you think when you get married, you'll be happier. Or you think when you get married, things will be better. I think really not knowing ourselves. I know that I've had situations where people get married to their first love and there was still domestic violence. I've seen situations where people get married to people that they don't know before at all and they had a perfect marriage. But it comes with
Mhm.
your readiness into the marriage first, and then you yourself, what you are bringing to the table. And like what has been working for me that I'm preaching now is always bring what you want to the table. So, like, you're coming with love, you're coming with joy, you're coming with understanding, you're coming with empathy, and you came with everything, and the person still did not appreciate them. Then you can take a leave, or then you can separate, then you can do all that. And then when you are dealing with trauma, I heard the co-host was saying that you shouldn't forget. I think, no, like you shouldn't forget the experience. Let's say somebody
You can't
wronged
forget
you,
the feeling.
that you
Yeah.
no, but I think that we need to pray to forget the experience.
Is it possible?
It's very
The thing there is
possible.
this. See, the thing there is this. It's not that you forget, but what happens that you forgive. That when you see the person, you're no longer angry. When you see the
Mhm.
person, you can even greet, hug, and pass. There's no, enmity in your heart. But to say forget,
You can't forget it. You can't. You can't.
it's, it's,
You see what? You see,
it's
if you don't forget, eh? If you don't forget,
yeah,
you still be careful in dealing with the person.
Yes,
You
you
be
have to be
careful.
it
careful. Yes,
depends.
yes, yes. You have to be careful, and you
You will
have
not
to
because
watch.
you
If
won't
you
become
forget, you'll
angry.
be stupid.
You
It will
don't become
happen to you
angry.
again. It will happen to you again. You forget, it happens to you again. It's like cooking, and you mistakenly put your hand on the fire. You're not going to put your hand back in that fire because you know that fire is going to burn you.
Burn
You've
you. You already
healed.
remembered.
You've healed from the burn. But next time when you see a fire, you're not going to go put your hand there. That means you haven't forgotten about the experience. Do you get me, Esther?
Yeah, I get you from that angle. I get you
Yes.
from that cooking angle. But you see, when it's relationship, and let's take about, I'm not talking about domestic violence kind of relationship thing now.
Sure,
I'm
sure,
talking about
sure,
even
sure.
because trauma, it cuts across relationship, marriage, because sometimes we always think that is the marriage. It can even be friend, like a friend that you
Yeah,
really believe in, and you thought
you
that the friend
trusted.
also believed in you. Do you understand? There are
Mm-hmm,
some experiences
mm-hmm.
that when it now happen, they can't leave you. But the only way that you can be what you're supposed to be to that person is when you forget. And another way is that you
Esther,
can.
Esther,
Hmm? Yes,
let me ask
dear.
you a question now. Let me say now, I come to you and I say, Esther, can you borrow me 500,000? I'm your friend, and you borrow me that money,
Mm-hmm,
and I don't give it back to you. And I see you and I apologize and I say, Esther,
mm-hmm.
I'm really, really sorry. And maybe that 500,000 was the last money in your account. If I come back next time to borrow money from you, are you going to give me that money? And I tell you, Esther, I'm going to give you this money tomorrow. Would you give me
Of
that
course,
money?
I won't give you.
Okay, so that's what not forgetting is. But I apologized the first time I didn't give you your money. I apologized. You forgave me, right? Why would you
Yeah.
not give it to me the second time? Because you haven't forgotten that you gave me money the first time and I didn't give it back to you. You haven't forgotten it.
Yeah.
If you have forgotten it, you will give me the last one you have in your account again because you're stupid. That's it.
See, money in relationship, these examples you are bringing, is different, Wendo.
Okay, give me an example. What you should forget? Give me an example then.
Okay, give us an example from
Give us an example.
Give us an example, Esther.
Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say you have a friend. I have a friend now. She makes hair. Let's say she makes hair. And then each time I recommend customer to her, it's either she complains that they didn't pay well, or she complains that she just complains some little things. And then as a person, I'm discouraged to recommend people to her. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'm discouraged to recommend people to her because I don't want her to keep complaining. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But the truth is,
Yeah.
in doing that, I'm not also fulfilling a purpose in her business. Let it be that I recommend people and she complained, that for me to say, oh, because I don't want problem, I don't want to recommend people. Because the thing is, I'm sorry, maybe I'm drifting away from the topic and I should just stay on the line. Because I'm looking at it from a holistic, from the whole. Do you understand? Because sometimes when we always take ourselves, when you say, this person is giving me problem, I take myself out of the situation. That one is giving me problem, I take myself out of the situation. Sometimes we go through this thing for us to fulfill purpose. Do you understand? Sometimes we go through them for us to fulfill purpose. Because because also I don't like drama. But as I grow older, I've learned to be around drama so that I can also grow. It's
Yeah, but
very
Esther, I have not
passion.
understood the forgetting part there. I have not understood the forgetting part there.
Yeah. What we hear
I still
how you
don't
forget.
understand.
How do you
Yeah,
forget?
I've not gotten, because let me say, for instance, the other day I was at the church and the pastor was talking about a friend, a co-pastor that he invited to Switzerland, and what happened. He has forgiven him. He forgave him. But he talked about the experience. That means he hasn't forgotten what happened. He's not going to do it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
He's not going to do it again. So there's no
Yeah.
way you're going to forget Esther. There is no way. It's not possible. Even if it's your child that hurts
Just
you.
like I'm sharing now. Yeah, just like I'm sharing now, and I'm using my past relationship that I had to share
Yes,
about it.
you
It's not
don't.
something I'm using to
You're
correct
married
somebody. You
now.
cannot
You're
forget it.
happy.
But
Yes,
I'm
you can't
I'm
forget
going
the
about it now
experience.
out from a
Yes.
positive point.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an
Oh,
experience.
Christian, we're not Jesus. Oh, we're not Jesus. We're not Jesus. Let's be honest. Esther, it's not possible to forget. To be honest, I'm going to tell you, there's no way. Be it a friend, be it a child, be it a father. Like, I saw a video of a man that was beating his daughter. Yesterday, I saw that video. I think the daughter was dancing naked or something. The man and his brother caught this girl. They beat the shit out of her. You think she's going to forget it? She might forgive him as the father, but she would never forget it. It's not possible for you to forget a traumatic experience you went through. It doesn't even have to be a traumatic experience.
Let me share
Okay.
something here. Let me share something here. Sorry. You mentioned a father and a daughter now. That's what I want to share. Growing up, I was talking with my husband. That was yesterday. We're discussing about our childhood life and all that. Those times that a little child maybe will take sweet and lick. And I was telling him, I said, in my house, you cannot do that. When you talk about stealing, my father will kill you. Why did I say that? One of us did something like that, picked something that does not belong to her. We saw what my father did to her. So that puts there's something recorded in our brain. Till today, I talk about it. And growing up, even though it happened, I was still in primary school, you can imagine. Growing up, even in university, that thing was still it's like a check in my spirit. Doesn't mean that I'm having grudges against my father. No, he's my father. He knew why he was doing that. He didn't want us to. He didn't know when he's talking about telling lies. If you tell lies, my father is going to kill you. You always want to be honest. He said, even if it means they're going to be killed, say the truth and be killed. You don't steal, you don't pick something that does not belong to you. So that thing he did, it was so traumatizing for us. Me in particular, I'll still talk about it. So till today, I still talk about it, but I've not argued with him. So things happen. You can't just forget, Esther.
No,
Pray,
with
Holy
time.
Spirit help you. Is it? Do you want to tell me that there's some things that happened to you in life that they were traumatized that you have forgotten?
Honestly, there are some I really forget. Let me give you an example.
Wow,
I
that's
lost
great.
my dad. I lost my dad at like 9, 10. And
Okay.
then
Network.
Hello. Network.
can you hear me?
Okay, there was a break. Okay, we can hear you now.
Okay. Anyway, to cut the long story short, when my dad died, automatically everybody just felt the younger brother would take care of us. Do you
Okay.
understand? But it did
Yeah.
not happen that way. I remember in my junior secondary school, I would go and meet my uncle for school fees or for lesson fee, and he would tell me how I can go to the market and sell pure water to make money, even though
Okay.
I was not exposed to that kind of life. And my brothers will go, he would tell my brothers the same thing. Now, fast forward to like 15 years later, he was doing very well and he lost his job. And presently, he's not doing well at all. Do you know that once in a while, when I send money, when I send money to like my extended family, I'll tell my brother, give this to this uncle. And my brother will be reminding me, you want to give uncle? Do you know that that time you were going to him for lesson fee? I couldn't remember those things.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? They will be telling me. I couldn't remember. I will now be forced to remember maybe some slides. And it's not even only my uncle. Maybe this is personal to me then, because I also strongly believe in that word that says forget the former things. And when you say forget the former things, it also has to do with your past experiences and your past relationship. Because sometimes when you hold on to those things, if you are too careful, you might miss the right one. Even with friendship, there was a time in my life that I was really beaten on my finger by a friend. And each time somebody new want to come in, I was close. I was
Yeah.
close. I did not want anybody to come in because I felt that I lied down my guard and this person came and he entered and entered. And I was too careful. For that period of my life, I wasn't allowing people. But eventually, I started opening up and I realized that there are still a lot of people that are good out there. And even as individual, we are not also perfect. But coming
Okay.
back, let me just round up so that we can call it a night, or if you want to say more things. With
Yeah.
trauma, I strongly agree with everything you guys have spoken. So I'm not contradicting anything. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that we need to sometimes just pray some things out of the memory, especially when you find yourself becoming too careful, too carefree, and it happens. And that's why sometimes you are also being held back because you are too careful. You are careful that I don't want that thing to happen. It's not like maybe I'm coming from a wrong relationship with a man and I'm coming into a new one. If you don't forget and heal properly, you might even miss the next one. Do you understand? That's the point where I'm coming from. That's the point
Okay,
I'm
Esther, let me say, no, what you said now is like maybe, like Pillow said before, maybe you went through a relationship that maybe the man abused you, or let me say the man was, okay, let me use stingy. The man was very stingy. If you're going into a new relationship, you're going to look out for that. God forbid, though, I'm not going to marry on that man with this stingy. It doesn't mean you have to forgive the person that was stingy. Yes, but you're going to look out for it. No, 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 I'm not going to step into another relationship that with a stingy person.
Yeah,
That's you being
yeah.
careful. That's you looking out for the, like, if your friend offended you, maybe I was your friend, and every time I come to your house, I take something from your house. We might not be friends anymore, but if another friend comes to your house, you're going to be careful. Oh, I hope this person is not going to take something. It's not like
Or
you have that
yeah,
person.
I think maybe another thing is to like boundaries, because
Okay.
because the truth is it's not everybody. There are some words that we say. People can hold it generally to say, hey, I no go forget. Do you understand? Because maybe
Yeah.
saying setting boundaries, looking out for the red light, but to say for not to forget, okay, let's say for me, it sounded a bit too like, we die here, you know. So that's it. Awesome conversation. And we should still always seek therapy. Yeah, when you're like talking is a form of therapy. And
Yeah.
like the co-host also said that if you feel that you don't trust anybody around, talk to a stranger. But it's very important to seek help and one of the main reasons to seek help is start talking, because I always say it, and I'm looking forward to doing a video on it, that when they say don't bring a third party, it's a scam.
Scam, big scam, big
It's
scam.
a scam. Let's involve. In fact, that's the topic, because they will tell you when you are getting married, don't involve a third party. That thing, for over recently, I've been really thinking about it, and I'm seeing what has happened to a lot of people around me. It always starts from that point when the man starts
Yeah.
saying, "I don't want a third party. I don't
I don't
want
want
them
a
to
third
teach
person.
you." That thing is a scam. It's really a scam, because we
You want to
women,
report me.
eh?
You want to report me, you want to expose me, you want to open my nakedness.
Yeah, it's a scam. It's a scam, because we women, even though the truth is, even though they say we women are bad, sometimes we also get our back, kind of. There's no way, you will always see your own, and you just hold on to that person, and God will always help us, Sha. And I always believe that it can only get better. For every broken relationship, there's a better one ahead.
Sure.
For every friendship that misbehaves, there is a better friend that out there. It's just to just continually having that open mind, and God will help us.
Now,
So
I want to
I
say
leave
something
you.
now. Esther, I want to say something from the biblical aspect now, from the Bible. Okay, let's take it down as Christians and as born again people. Let it not be that maybe, like you have said, you can't forget. Let's take Joseph, for instance.
Mm,
Joseph you saw what happened to him through his brothers, his own family. From
mm,
prison, what happened?
mm,
He became a what? Prime minister.
mm.
Someone who didn't forget. What if he has forgotten when his brothers came? Would he has even mentioned it? But what did he say? He said he took it as God used them to prepare him ahead of this situation they are in now. That
Exactly
shows you
my
that
point.
that shows that he didn't forget, but he has forgiven them. Now he, like
No,
when they made a point, when they said, "Come out from it, not broken, come out from it strong." Joseph came out of it strong because he forgave the people that shattered him, and he saw the best out of it. Just like what you just said now, out of every of these bad things, there's a good thing ahead. So for Joseph, he saw it as God has used this situation to prepare him ahead of the famine that was going to befall the land.
and
So
that's the
somebody
place of purpose.
ahead. So someone who has
No,
not forgiven, if he has not forgotten, if he has not forgotten, like you said, you have to forget. If Joseph had forgotten, he wouldn't have even mentioned it when the brothers came. He wouldn't have even accused them of stealing the cup and tell them to go and bring the father and all that. Because he already knows them. That's why he's careful. He didn't want to send them back with his brother so they don't kill the younger brother on their way again. If you saw what happened in that Bible scripture, he held the
yeah,
brother back and sent them to go and bring the father because he had experienced their wickedness.
that's true. That's
So
true.
he's also careful.
Mm. That's very true, my sister. That I absolutely agree. But I'm saying that there's always a place of purpose in
Yeah,
everything
sure,
we go through.
sure, sure,
Because
sure, sure.
Joseph would have also been too careful on the way. Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand? So
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to keep saying that thing so that we don't miss that Wendy's point, because it's very important to learn from your mistake and wear your mistake like a robe and guide, like all the parapherias you gave. But there's always a place of purpose. That a marriage broke, God knew. I will not
Mm-hmm.
say God knows the end from the beginning, even before we
Sure,
entered. You
sure,
understand? Because there were
sure.
some marriages that in the first place, or some friendship, if you really look at it from the first place, something would have told you that this friend will miss it, will fuck up. But you just feel that, no, now Esther is the thought of the devil. Come on, get behind me. And then when that thing will now happen, you will not say, oh my God. And I knew from the beginning. But everything is a purpose, because for every trial, for every disappointment, it's just a step up, it's a growth ahead, and you just become
Yeah.
better. and it helps you to empower the other person. Like she
Yeah.
was also emphasizing, we need to help the women out there. It's all about holding a sister's hand. Let's push ourselves, keep going forward, and it makes all
Yeah.
things beautiful in its time.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
do. When is that
Thank
my
you so
baby?
much.
My baby is very tired.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
doesn't want to go and lie down on the bed. She wants to stay here with me. Hi,
Hello,
Fabian.
thank
Hi,
you. Hi,
Sissy.
Fabian. Welcome.
Hi, Fabian
Hi,
and mom.
hottest. Good afternoon from my side. Wow, hottest. Good
Ijoma
afternoon.
Madu.
While you're about to sleep, Ijama Mother, welcome. Black Beauty Channel, welcome. Senga, feel. Thanks so much for coming. Fabian, I don't have you. Please grab me. I'll come back to your house. I'm,
Oh, you're selling
I'm,
your market with your LS. You're selling
I'm,
market here, right? Okay.
Oh, joy.
oh
Oh,
my God,
joy.
thank you
Oh,
so much.
okay,
Thank you so
ladies.
much.
Okay,
Thank you
let me
so much,
just
sis.
jump out. Well done,
God
Wendell.
bless
Nice
you.
one.
God bless
Well
you.
done,
Thank
Thank
host.
you.
you for joining us. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Bye
I
for now.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Randy and Juan V. Long. Hey, host, welcome. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Uzoma. Thank you so much. I can't mention everybody here. Thank you all so much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for those that came through Windows Space family. Thank you so much for coming and honoring this
I've seen
invitation.
all
God
of
bless
them.
you.
I've seen all of them. I've seen all
Yeah.
of them.
God bless you all. God bless you. And to our host, our guest, we say thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for honoring the invitation. Thank you for doing justice to this topic. I know it's a very broad one. If we want to keep talking about it today, we may not go today. We want to appreciate you for coming. Thank you so much, sis, and may God bless you. Ijoma Madi says, I see you. Thank you, sis. God bless you for coming. Thank you all so much. We really appreciate you all. And to our guests, I want to say the Lord bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming here. And may God take away everything that revolves around emotional trauma in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Esther Chronicles, greetings, Fabian and Mom. Thanks, everyone. Greetings, Ijoma Mother. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Does Wendell, okay, you have to give a shout out to all our audience. Let them hear from you before we go. Wendell Space. Wendell.
Sorry. Ijoma Madu, I see you. Hey, Fabian Amon says, I see you, I heart you. Esther Chronicles, all the people in this house, thank you so much, guys, for coming to listen. Just try to help a sister out there. If you see somebody, you feel it, you smell it, it's okay to go and ask someone, are you okay, sis? Do you want something to drink? Be kind. It doesn't hurt to be kind. Share love, show love, and God will bless all of us. Okay? P-Love, thank you so much. Lovely. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Okay, it was such an amazing topic, and I hope I did justice to it.
Sure, you did. You did. And to Esther, we say thank you. Esther Chronicles, God bless you so much for. Thank you for coming. Esther actually had a program this evening, but she had to be here. Wendell, please mute yourself.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Esther Chronicles had a program this evening, but she just had to come. I really appreciate that, and I pray God bless you. Real good. Thank you for your own input. It meant a lot to us. So, on that note, we want to say, see you all on my next chat. Maybe the next chat we should be hosting Esther Chronicles. Yeah. So Esther Chronicles, please get ready. You are next in line on P-Love TV live chat. Please, let's get to help one another. We women, we need it, okay? Our parents, they didn't talk much about all these things. So it's time for us to sit up and really help ourselves. Yes, we have to talk about them. We have to really help ourselves, and God will help us. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I don't feel like going, but we just have to go. Love you all. See you in our next video. Please subscribe to Wendo's Space for those who are just coming here for the first time today. She has got great content. NK Mercy TV. Hi. Thanks for coming. God bless you so much for joining us. You can get a recap of the chat we just finished now. I'm sure you get something, you get value out of it. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, leave us a comment, and thumbs up for the host. And to our guests, we love you so much. Always beautiful. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Wendo, please remain there.